Hi, it's Kirby Summers. Today is March the 2nd, and this is a preview into a patron-only podcast on Andy Warhol and the allegations of abuse, torture, and I just wonder how much I can say here of a 14-year-old boy that was captured on film. The family of this boy eventually sued Andy Warhol and his partner in the film world, Paul Morrissey. Uh, Here's the thing, the people who represented at the time of the lawsuit, Paul Morrissey was one attorney, and then the estate of Andy Warhol used another. And both of these attorneys, surprise, surprise, are connected to intelligence agencies. It seems that everyone connected to Jeffrey Epstein is in some way, shape, or form. Uh, Everything loops back to a connection agency. For those of you who have been following this case, perhaps you may know that it was Andy Warhol and Stuart Pivar who co-founded the New York Academy of Art, where Epstein was a board member from 1987 to 1994. The film that it is being sort of used as the center of this lawsuit that came after the death of Warhol, but while Morrissey was still alive, again, centers around a 14-year-old boy that is promoted in the film when it was released as a young man. So, like, we know that, like, at 14, you're not a young man, you're a young boy. You're still a very young teenager. And then there is some the torture that comes into this, where there is some blood shed. And, I thought that connection was really interesting because it reminded me of something that I heard happened to Virginia Giuffre at Epstein's house in the Manhattan Mansion. And then for it to be happening on film in one of Warhol's old movies, remember, he not only did art, they produced in excess, I think, of 20 films. A lot of them were considered very avant-garde at the time. However, in this lawsuit, it covers allegations of child abuse, allegations of torture. And I just thought it was very interesting that the attorneys, again, connected to represent the estate of Andy Warhol and Paul Morrissey were once again, intelligence connected agencies. I do a complete podcast on this case, which received little to no press attention, of course, right? Because there are a lot of stories that are just suppressed by the traditional media. However, I go into the case, I read excerpts from the case when it was filed, and you can find that on my Patreon. So if you haven't become a member, consider becoming one and supporting my work. Okay, guys, have a nice day. Bye.